Well, it's the middle of winter and I'm heading off into the wet, drippy bush going in the Tarleton district. The plan is to try and stay as dry as possible and do a little climb in Tiger in Between. In the entrance shaft to Tiger in Between, when we first went there, there's so much wind coming out the entrance, it's making all the trees move. But the way on that we found was really small. So there's no way that amount of air coming out of that hole, out of that shaft, came out of that little side passage that we found in Tiger in Between. So, this is drippy. So I'm going to go further down the shaft. The reason is that I was told by Johnny Wallace about the shaft a long time ago, and he went further down and there was a side passage further down. The side passage that Paul and I found wasn't the one he found. So I'm going back in to try and find that side passage and see if that connects through into the Tiger system. I think that makes sense. Kind of. But the main thing is, I don't want to get that wet because it's super cold. Really, really cold. So I've come down the pitch, the entrance is way up there. I've come down this pitch here, and the pitch keeps on going down that canyon there. So that chokes apparently down there, and the lead's right there. I don't see any problem getting into that. No, it looks sweet, and the draft is just super strong. Interesting. Well, the climb itself was pretty straightforward. There's my gear over there, the rift's down here, but we're back in this big canyon. Look, fucking hell, this is really, really big. And it goes up there as well. It's huge. The draft is super strong. The draft's ripping up here. It's yeah, this is looking pretty good, pretty exciting. There's no draft here. Alright, so probably not that way then. There's a lead down there. Got a funny feeling. Got a funny feeling it's probably this way. Up here. This is where the draft is going. Here. Oh, as easy as it looks. Well, maybe not. This is probably the end. Right here. The draft through here is really good. Big question is, where are we going? Whoa, that's cool. That's cool. So I've come along this nice little tunnel here, real lovely little tunnel, and that way over there kind of chokes. You come out of here, and draft is actually, well, it's drafting right here, but there's no draft over there, so I presume that the draft is going down there. Yeah, it's bit of a surprise, but a nice thing to do on a Wednesday afternoon. Yeah. So I'll just go back and get my rope, get the drill, a couple of bolts, and drop down that pitch, take the survey gear, and survey it. Bit of a surprise. It's good. Add another 100 metres or so to the length of Tiger in between, which is pretty cool. But the draft is super strong. My guess it's just dropping down into Tiger in between. It's yeah. There's nowhere else it's going to go. Just come down a little pitch just there, down here, and then there's another pitch here into a really big passage and a streamway, which is I'm either dropping into either Tiger or downstream Tigers. That passage is really big. But this is really fascinating. The draft is ripping down this thing. Huh. That's hard case. Oh, let's go and check it out. So I've just abseiled out of the roof there, come down here, and this is really disorientating because I'm looking at a streamway going off that way. There's a streamway there, and then look to my right, in fact there's a dive line. This is the downstream Tigers Eye passage. This is freaking awesome. Woohoo! What a day. What a day. Friggin' blown away. And there you go. There is the upstream winch shed down there, Tigers Eye sump. This is friggin' hilarious. I've been looking for this connection for ages, and now we've found a dry way into the downstream Tigers, and there's no more diving to be done in this section. It's all in a morning's work. Woohoo! Woo! Awesome! Well, back home. So now we've got a dry way in, and you pretty much go from the top end of the golf course down to the bottom sump and winch head without diving. Yeah, it's pretty neat actually. Real neat. Yeah, super stoked, and it's nice. It'd be cool to get back in there and push a few other climbs and stuff, which will make it quite easy now. Relatively straightforward. Yeah, I'm super stoked. Great day. Really, really freaking great day.